our tutorials where we do lessons about braiding. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. I'm Grace Tolofari, Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair. So come join me as we start our practicals today. Thank you so much for joining. Let's begin to share. Mary, you're welcome to the live. Mary Lady, Bondo, you're welcome. Anya, Madi, you're welcome. Hi. Exi, you're welcome. Fasi, you're welcome to the live. Let's begin to share as we're just calling out our name, giving us a shout. Abiola Tiwil, you're welcome. Grace, you're welcome. Love, Bell, you're welcome. Funkilo, you're welcome. Let me share from here. Share the videos. Let's start, please. If you're joining me for the first time, on this live we teach about braid and so many styles of the day that you need to know as a beginner. If you're here as a beginner, you don't know how to braid, this is a friendly class for you. We are very friendly from the roots. Anything you ask is welcome. Funky Lilo, you're welcome. Dorcas, you're welcome. Everyone, please begin to type and like the videos. Alien Panla, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Love it. Eva, you're welcome. The last time we had our class, you're all welcome. I'm streaming on my 3 platforms. Here on the TikTok, we have the YouTube and we have Facebook. You're all welcome to my live. For everyone joining me, you're welcome. Ibrahim Ismail, you're welcome. As you're joining, let's begin to tap and share the videos. This is the 3 things you have to do. Share the live, tap and like the live so that we will not be getting restrictions, and as well meet up our goals. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, this is the hair we use for our practicals normally. All this hair you see here, we do it on the live. Practically doing it on the live, showing you 6 different methods of how we can get into braiding. So at this point, the last time we came on the live, we did how to section the braid. I don't know if I should just reframe it a little bit, what we did, then before we start up our section. This is the hair I use in explaining as a beginner how you can section your braid. I'll just go through it again just to explain. Then now we have to start our practical by adding extensions to our braid. Thank you so much, Funkilolo. God bless you, my love, for really following the rules. This is the hair. Pretty Getty, you're welcome. This is the one. If as a beginner you want to section hair, we did it on the last video. If you have not watched the video, go ahead and watch the full video. But I'm just going to explain, then we'll start doing our practicals from this. The first line, look at it. With this hair mannequin. Thank you so much, Pretty Getty. God bless you. With this first line we have here, according to the hairline of this mannequin, we decided to do a block method, which is the simplest form of how you can split your hair, section your hair to start as a beginner. This is a full hair that we just section. The first line we did, we sectioned this hair horizontally. Look at it, horizontally. Now, when we sectioned it horizontally, the first thing I did was to half it into 2, then I half it to another half. So the first 4 lines is 4 vertically, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can everybody see it? I'll just rush through it, then we'll now start this practically. So the next line we did, for those that didn't join us, most of us we are here, we finished all these practicals. So the next line we took, look at the next line. I sectioned it again horizontally. When we sectioned it, the second line horizontally, the next thing we did, we came in the middle of this one to section the first one. Can everybody see it? So now we'll now have, when you come in the middle of this, you section this one. Come in the middle of this, you section the next one. So what it will give you now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first line is 4, the next one is 5. Then you come again. These are a simple way you have to section your hair as a beginner when you're starting. When you're starting. So the next line is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you see it? 4, 5, 6. Can everybody see? Thank you so much, Filolo. 6 lines. So as a beginner, this is it. But at the end of the day, when we total all this hair we did, it was 63. But if you're starting as a beginner and you know that this hair is going to be too much for you, don't make it too much. Make it like about 30 or 35 or 40 braids. It's going to be easier for you to just get into the braiding and do it very fast. You see this, the third line is 6. The first line we did was 4. The second line we did was 5. Then the third line was 6. Then after you do this first line, second line, and third line, you'll be guessing it up to the part. The next one you're going to do now, you're going to turn this hair round. I'm only going to explain quickly, then we'll get into our braiding. You go around and now section this hair all round. Can you see it? You section the hair all round. Can you see it? Section the hair all round. So when you section the hair all round, then you start taking it. The same sizes. Can everybody see what you're doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Mine is 12. It depends on you. You might decide to section it more smaller or bigger. But as a beginner, I will give you that advice. Always section your hair in like 30 or 35 to start with, not too much, so that you can be able to finish it. So when we do this line, the next line that will follow, you come to the front now, section it round again vertically. Can you see it? This is how you can section your hair fully. If you want to watch this video fully, how we started it and finish it, go ahead and watch the video from the page. Look at it. The next one is this line. You take it round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 again. Can everybody see? Share the video, like the video before we start our practicals. We are going to be doing 6 different methods of how you can get into braiding. For the beginners, I'm showing you how you can section your hair before you start. This one is just a normal sectioning, which is about 63. That will be too much for you as a beginner. When you're sectioning your hair, make it a little bit bigger. So now, let me reduce the length of this mannequin. I think it's too high. Let me bring it down a bit. Yes, let's bring it down a little bit so that we can be able to see what I'm explaining. So now this next one, after that, you see the hair, you section it to the point that you have this round. Still go one more round again. Look at it. Because the length from here to here is a bit too much. One more. Go one more vertically round. Then you go one more vertically round. You section it according to the size. So all will be left is this middle. Can you see this middle that is left here? When you come to this middle, you have to find out from your client what exactly do you want? Do you want a center parting or you want a side parting? If they say they want a center parting, make sure you section this hair into 2 from this point where you have this line. Section it into 2. But then the sectioning, most people, when you're sectioning the hair, they want it from here to the back. Find out if they want it from here to the back, you don't have to bring out this section. But if they don't want it from here to the back, take about 1.5 inches off here, then you're now going to section this one into half. This length from here to here is good for a center parting. Then you leave it this way. Then this one will have to be coming to the back. Now this one that you have here, because you're sectioning out, it has to be 3. The reason why it has to be 3, when you take one here off, take the other one. When you have your center parting has to fall in between where it's closed when you're braiding this hair with this one. So it will now going to be like this. So when you find out from your clients that, do you want a center party? You say yes. And if they want it too small in the front, section this hair into 2 again. But if they don't want it very small, do not section. Just go ahead and split this one into 4 or 3 equal parts. But then for me, the way I section this hair, I want it to be a bit full in the front. I have to go and section it into, this is the half center, and now section the other one into 2. Put 3 on this side, put 3 on this side. So if your client wants it or you want the hair a center party, leave it like this. But if your client say he wants it on a, what is it called, side party, you bring 3 to this side, then you create 1 here. So when you put 3 on this side, put 1 on here, it's going to be side party. So with this method, you can as well create it when you come to this point, this round point with this size, you can as well create it a center party or you create it a side party. This is an explanation. I did all the full video here on Thursday evening. So if you want to watch the full video, how we started and ended it up, go ahead. You can watch it all from the Facebook or you watch it from the YouTube. Now I have the clips going on TikTok. So now let's go ahead and do our practical. Because we have sectioned this hair today, instead of using this our mannequin for practical, I'm going to go straight ahead and use it and do this one with our practical. So if you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome. Please share the video, like the video. The more we like the video, it's going to help us not to get restricted because they will think we're busy here, right, online. Thank you so much. I can see you, Funky Lolo. God bless you. When you know the right thing, do it. Pretty dirty. Thank you so much and God bless you for this. I really appreciate you all supporting me on this live. I'm not taking anything for granted. I'm here to share my own side of my experience for you to just grab it. The ones you can grab from there, grab it and start using them. So we are going to use this one as our practicals today because we've already sectioned it. This is 4. So I'm going to be starting. Normally when I do hair online here, I teach 6 methods of how you can get into the braiding. I just sent a video in now how you can do butterfly braid. If you want me to show you practically now, put it on the comment section. I'll go ahead and show you how you can do your butterfly braid. But then if not, let's go ahead and do our normal practical. So I'll be waiting. Put it on the comment section. I sent in a video how you can do your butterfly braid. Do you want me to demonstrate it here online for you to see it? Or you want me to go straight ahead to do our normal practical 6 ways of adding extension into the hair? Put it on the comment section. If yes, then I'll go ahead and show you, demonstrate it here. But if no, you can go ahead and watch the video I just sent on how to do your butterfly braid. But at the moment, I'm still waiting to see the comment section. I've not received any yes or no yet. If not, we'll go ahead and start doing our 6 practicals. On our 6th practical, what we do on the 6th practical is that I teach you how to. Thank you so much. Good evening. God's gift. Chukudi, thank you for joining the live. I really appreciate it. God bless you all for joining. So let's cooperate. Yes. Okay, Evelyn say yes. Okay, that's fine. So now, Evelyn, I'm going to teach you that. Let's go ahead and do our normal braiding. Then after the first 1, 3, I'm going to show you how to do your butterfly braid. Your hair is beautiful. Thank you so much and God bless you for that. So let's go ahead. The first 3 methods I teach online here is rubber band method. How to get into braiding. I teach 6 good methods. 3 methods categorized on the rubber band method. 3 other methods categorized on the natural and traditional method of how you can add extension into your braid. I know as we're here, so many of us know how to braid, but they don't. Hi, Millie. Mr. Kitty, hi. Thank you so much for commenting. Yes, please. Yes, M Master, I'm going to show you how you can do the butterfly braid. Let's go ahead and do the first 3 method of how you can install your extension. Then the 4th one, I'm going to demonstrate it with butterfly braid before we get into our natural and traditional method of doing braid. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. In this class, this is all we do. We teach you how to install your braid online. But if you're interested and you want to know further, please go on my bio and text me that I want to know further by joining my classes, which you're welcome to do so. So let me get the extension. I have bags of extension here. Let's go ahead and use the red one first, then we'll mix it up. I have a lot of extensions in the bags. Let's use this one first. Then we'll go ahead and use the other one. I'm going to go ahead to brush out this extension. Look at this extension we are going. If you know that this is your color, you like colors like this. New virus in London found in underground air conditioning. They're skipping off the news. Is that the latest news? Okay, please, on this our platform, we don't do news or anything. Please just go ahead and tell me what is related to what we're doing here. Please, I don't want to be getting restricted or anything. We are doing hair here. Go ahead and ask questions about hair, not news, please, so that TikTok will not think we're doing something else underneath. I really appreciate you giving news, but on this platform, can you show us boho braids? So let's go ahead and do this one, please. I'm going to send videos. All these things you're asking, I put it into consideration. I'm going to do that. Boohoo braid. I think I have boohoo braid on my platform. Have you watched the videos? Go ahead and watch the videos. There's a lot of hair I've done so far that you can see. So now let's go ahead and start our practical. Before we start these practicals, normally this first one we use the first 3 methods I teach online here is rubber band method, which is friendly to beginner, and the next 3 method I'm going to be taking for you is natural and traditional method. So the first method we're going to take, let's go ahead. I'm going to clip these ones. Let's clip these ones on one side. So all we need for this is that always have your clips as a beginner to clip the hair you're not working with. Put them out of the way. We have sectioned this hair. Let's say we section this hair on the normal basis. You're going to take this hat, make sure you comb it. So the first method, all we need our comb and the tail comb, which is this. You need your rubber band, you need your crochet pin. If you're seeing this for the first time, this video is helpful. Thank you so much. You're seeing this for the first time, right? And this is the small rubber band. You're seeing it for the first time. So if you have not braided before, or you have not added extension to the hair before, you're in the right place. These are easy methods for you to get into braiding. I don't waste time. So the ones you just see, before you know, you start braiding the same day as you watch the video. So now let's go ahead. As we have our rubber band, this rubber band is a tiny bit of rubber band, as you can see, not the big one. So when you're getting your rubber band to try your braids as a beginner, please go ahead and get those small type. Any colors doesn't matter, but the black is preferable. So I use black here. So now the first thing we are going to do, I'm going to pick, normally you're to pick one of the rubber bands. Normally, this rubber band, when you take one, it gets snapped. When I'm doing hair, I don't want it to snap, so I double it. So if you want to use my method of doubling it, go ahead. If you think one is okay for you, please, my dear, go ahead and use one. So now let's go ahead, because we have sectioned this hair as a beginner to start. I've already showed you how to section this hair. If you have not watched the video, the full videos are already there. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting. Keep tapping, share the videos. Thank you. And if you're joining for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. Let me move this to the extent that everyone can see what we're doing. So now, the next step you're going to do, I hope you can see it with all these comments here. I hope Facebook, Facebook, tell me if you can see what I'm doing. Say yes on the comment section. So you go ahead and comb the hair first. Make sure you always comb the hair when you're walking. You don't want to put up braids on a hair that is not combed, that is tangled. It's going to break your hair. So do it at the right place when you're learning how to braid. So now the first thing we've done, we've combed this hair out, we've sectioned it already. Take that to your rubber band. This is my rubber band. Look at it. Go ahead and secure this hair. Most of us might be saying, oh, why is she using rubber band? Yes, as a beginner, it's good. I'm going to teach you the natural and traditional method of how to secure the braid. Most people find it very difficult to use that method. But go ahead and try this and start braiding to get used to your braiding and to get your speed, because you need speed while you're braiding your hair as well. Please, let's go ahead and tap and share the video. Share the video for about 20 people on your platform and like the video as well. It's going to help us. Now, I've secured this hair with the rubber band. Can everybody see it? The next step you're going to do, go ahead and split this hair into two equal parts. Pull it on both sides. When you're pulling it on both sides, don't make it too tight, because the more you pull this hair, the tighter it's going to get on the root. We don't want it to get on the root. So why these ones are beginners friendly is because now you've secured the hair with the rubber band. There's not too much thing you have to do. I'll show you and we'll demonstrate it how you can go about it. Next step, go ahead and get your crochet pin. With this method, it's using crochet pin. The next method I'm going to show you is without the crochet pin. So if you don't have this crochet pin, don't worry. Stay tuned. We're going to do the next one without the crochet pin. You will understand it better on how to install your extension on a normal beginners friendly method. So now this is it. Open this crochet pin. You have a latch that you can use in opening and closing it. Just gradually open it. When you open it, use your crochet pin. From the top of the hair, put the crochet pin down. Can everybody see it? When you put it down this way, if you find out that this hair here is disturbing you, that is why I said get your clips. Take your clips, clip it on one side so that it will not be blocking you from doing what you're going to do. The next step you're going to take, get your extension. This is my extension. I've prepped the extension already. If you're here as a beginner, you don't know how to prep extension, you don't know how to take extension, all these videos, I have it on my session. Go ahead and watch them. Or alternatively, if you really want me to do it, put it on the comment section. The next class you're going to have, I'm going to explain all that to you. I want everyone to be able to braid at least normal braidings like this. You'll be able to do normal braidings. Look at the ones we've done so far. This is the hair I use for demonstrating braids, but today I said let's use this because I've already taught you how to section the hair with this one. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to section this hair. This is the hair I'm going to be using at this point. Now, because we're using this mannequin today, I'm going to increase my extension. Normally I do medium extension. We're going to increase this extension again because the hair is more. On this other braids that we are doing, the hair is a bit smaller. So now that we have this extension, look at the size I'm going to be using today, as if you all can see it. Now we are going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. My ratio 2:1 means that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on the left hand. If I share this hair into 2 now, you're going to find out that this one is 1 of this and this is 2 times of it. Take this one that is 2 times of it, place it on somewhere. Just look for somewhere and put it on one side. Let me keep this. Just put it on one side. When you put it on one side, take this one that is smaller on the sectioning. Make sure you equate it on the same level. So when you equate this on the same level, take this one and just put it on a loop like this. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep tapping. The more we tap, the better it's going to help us with. Thank you so much for everybody supporting this live. So now you're going to do what? Take this one that you created as a loop here. This is a really easy way for you to get in as a beginner. This one is with the crochet pin. The next one is without the crochet pin. You go ahead and key this hair. Key all this extension. Make sure they all fitting into this. Make sure it's fitting in. Then you use your lash to cover it. The next step you're going to do, we're going to pull this hair. Look at it coming. So in the process of pulling this hair, don't pull it that much. Pull it up to this point, then you just release your crochet pin and put it on one side. So when you put it on one side, open this one. Use your left hand. This is my left hand, as you can see. Hold onto this hair. This is my right hand, as you can see. Start using your right hand to pull this hair out. Pull it out this way. So when you pull it out this way, it's going to look like this. Let's make sure they are on the same length again, right? Put it this way. Release your clip that you're using holding that hair. Now, another thing I'm going to explain in this process, that on the process of inserting your crochet pin, it has released the roots of the hair a little bit. All we are going to do now is section this hair into 2 again and pull it on both sides. These are simple explanation because we are beginners. I want us to get into braiding. Pull it on both sides, not too tight but secure. When it's pulled on both sides, release this one. At this point, this hair is already half braided. So go and grab the other hair that is 2 times bigger than this other one. Make sure that they're on the same level. When you put it on the same level, now balance yourself. It's time to braid this hair. Simple. If you have not tried this method, please go ahead and try this method. They are all simple ways to braid hair. Let me move this ones away from the root so that we can see what I'm doing. Now go ahead, hold this one on your right hand. Hold it on your right hand. So when you hold it on your right hand, take the hair like this, using your left hand to hold it. What are you going to do next? Take this extension, place it right here, secure it with your thumb and index finger. Try TY for this man, because I got my baby hair done and it took out the side of her hair. So I will learn. Okay, that's fine. So at the end of the day, what you're going to do now, take this one. You're going to take it because I'm a right-handed person. You start your braid with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, use your braid and you start with your left hand. So because I'm a right-handed person, I'm still holding this hair with my thumb and my index finger here in the middle. Go ahead and do what? Start braiding. From my right hand, bring it into the left. In. So now you're going to secure this one in the middle. Hold it. From your left hand, bring it into the right. So when you bring it into the right, that is how simple this method could be. You see what is going on here? Now, another thing I have to explain to you is that when you're doing rubber band method, the hair tends to be in the middle. Natural hair tends to be in the middle. But at this point, because you're a beginner, I used to advise you not to do anything strange. Get used to it, then later you can be able to split your natural hair. All you can do for me now is take your extension and cover this natural hair, then you start braiding. Let's go ahead and braid this hair. Then you see the result at the end of the day. Now I'm braiding this hair. Can you see the way I'm braiding it? I'm using my extension to cover the natural hair. Now, this method, if you're joining me for the first time, this method is a rubber band method of how you can get into braiding using the crochet pin to insert the first one. Then you start with the other one and start braiding. You see how simple this method is. No hassle, no struggles. So then, after this, we are going to get, after this one, when I teach you how to do this method, friendly beginner, we are going to get into the natural and traditional method of how you can get into braiding. Let me finish this braiding and I'll show you guys the result of the braid. Can you see? You go ahead and keep braiding. Let me braid it very, very well. Then we'll now go ahead, show you this method. Then you consider that instead of waiting all day long for you to do the natural and traditional method, you can as well go ahead and start using this method to braid your hair. No, let's go ahead and do this now. Can you see it? Very, very nice and secured. Rubber band method using the crochet pin. This is the first one. I'm going to show you 3 methods that are friendly beginners for new beginners to start braiding. Look at it. Very, very nice, very, very secured. This is first one is rubber band method using the crochet pin. Now we are going to go into the next method, which is rubber band method without the crochet pin. Thank you so much, and God bless you for everyone trying to support on this live. So let's go ahead and do the next one. So this is the next one. We've already sectioned the hair down. I told you always section the hair down as a beginner. You see, I taught you and I'm still practicalizing what I'm teaching you. So now go ahead and hold this pin. Lose the next one. Losing it. When you losing it, the next step you're going to do, take your comb and comb it. You see how easy it is? As a beginner, if you section the hair already down and you want to braid, get all your extension ready. It's going to be simple techniques and simple method of how to get into it. Thanks you so much, Royalty. God bless you for this. So now, let's go ahead and take our extension. Now, this is my extension in bundle. Most people don't know how to pick extension. We will come into that. The more I'm teaching you, the more I'm explaining things. Just take note of all the explanations. So now we are going to go ahead and take our extensions again. Now look at the size I'm using. I'm taking it more of the sizer than the one we do before. Is because the hair we have is more. So I increase the extension a little bit more. So now this is the size I'm using. This is in between. You can call it jumbo if you want, but you can call it medium on your own side. Absolutely. But the only thing you have to note when you're doing hair, make sure that the size of the extensions you started with, let it be the size of extension you're going to finish all your braids with, so that all your braid size will be uniformed and be the same size. One information. Take note of that. So now I'm going to split this hair into 2, ratio 2:1. That is what I use online here. When I tell you ratio 2:1, when you remember ratio 2:1, remember how to section your extensions, which is the one I have on my right hand should always be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Now take this one you have on your left hand, put it on one side, look for somewhere and just keep that one. Let it be resting for now. Then you now hold on to this one that is smaller part of it. What are we going to do? This first method we used the crochet pin to insert the hair, and we started braiding with the next extension. But this other method, you're going to go ahead and split this hair into 2. After combing this hair out, gradually split this hair into 2. This method is so good for, especially for children that doesn't want you to pull their hair when you're doing natural and traditional method. My dear, don't hesitate. If you don't want them to cry for their hair, go ahead and use this method. It's simple. They will just sit down quietly as if nothing is going on before you finish braiding their hair, because it's not painful. So now you're going to put this one on the same level like this, making sure they are all on the same side so that you can have a good finishing end when you're finishing it at the beginner. What are you going to do next? Place this one in the middle, right in the middle. It's going to stay right in the middle. When it stays right in the middle, that is when you can get your rubber band. This, if you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome on this live. Any question you have based on your observation while we are teaching, please put it on the comment section. We're going to answer you those questions. This is the rubber band we're using. Most people will ask, we did not break your hair. No, it doesn't break hair. All you can do is that when you're taking the hair off, gradually snap it from the root and take it off from the root. Don't pull it across your hair, because if you pull it across your hair, that is when it will be pulling your hair. So when you're taking your braids off, gradually snap it from the roots. Draw it and just snap it. Remove it. It will remain that your hair will just stay intact and be growing. So now the next step you're going to do, after putting this hair in the middle, look at the way it is. Close it up like this. Make sure you close it up. Take your rubber band. Normally you can use one rubber band if the rubber band is the one that it will not snap. Because normally when I'm doing it online, it gets snapped. So I double it. So if you want to double it the way I do mine, you're absolutely welcome. No judgment about it. So now you now go ahead and secure this hair. Can everybody see it? Secure this hair with the rubber band. Oh, simple method to get into braiding. Don't disturb yourself. If you have children, go and try this method. It's easy. They will not even cry. even as a beginner, because you're not pulling their hair from the roots. You just go ahead and secure this hair from the in the middle like this. When you do that, you're going to go one more time, make sure it's properly secured. All you're going to do next, slit this hair into two, pull it on both sides, not too tight, because the more you pull this hair on both sides, the more, let me bring this cameras down a bit so that we can able to see it. The more you pull this head down a little bit, the more tighter it's going to look on the root. We don't want it to be too tight, right? But just pull it, secure it, not too tight. Then you go ahead and release this hair. With this time, this method, you've already half braided this hair because it's secured on the root already. Nothing much to do. The next step you're going to take, go ahead and grab that extension that is 2 times bigger. Look at it. Simple way of braiding. Simple method of how you can get into braiding as a beginner. Make sure you section it. Put this thing on the same level for you to have a good finishing head. Hold it on your right hand. This is my right hand. Then you're going ahead now. Watch this method and see how simple it is for you to start braiding. You're going to hold this one with your left hand. Look at my left hand. This is my left hand, as I can see. Because I normally show my hands because the camera is a front camera. If I'm showing you now, it might be showing you that this is my left hand. No, this is my left hand. It might be showing you a right hand, but this is my left hand. So you now go ahead, use your left hand to hold on to this hair. Take this extension that you have, place it right here in the middle, secure it with your thumb and your index finger. When you secure it with your thumb and your index finger, next step, if you're a right-handed person, go ahead and start braiding this hair with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, use your left hand to always start your braid. So now, because I'm a right-handed person teaching you, I'm going to go straight ahead. Take this one, this first strand, bring it in from my right hand into my left hand, into it. Then you grab this one in the middle, pull it on the side, secure it with your thumb and your index finger. Take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right hand. Then you go ahead and start braiding your hair. What a simple method. Who is here that cannot do this method? Put your hands up. Put your hands up that you see this method and you think you cannot do it. Put your hands up. That is how simple this method is. The only thing I'm going to explain with this method is that because we are a new beginner trying to, it's simple, very simple. Thank you so much, my love. So, not Abina, thank you so much for bearing that. So now what you're going to do, because you're a new beginner, I would not want you to start splitting this hair at this point. When you start knowing how to braid and you're confident, you're going to split your natural hair into other extensions. But at this point, leave it because I don't want you to unravel this hair. Then you go ahead, take your extension and cover this natural hair. Cover it. You're tucking it in. Then you go ahead and start braiding. You see how beautiful your braid is going to look. Go and try this braid for your children that cries a lot for hair. Use your rubber band method. And as a new beginner, you don't know how to braid, use this method. Then you now come and tell me on my comment section, or you come to my live to say, really, it works. And it works. It will make you become a quick braider. At the end of the day, gradually you're moving yourself up gradually. So that is the reason why when I come up live here, I start from the rubber band method to teach you. Then when we go gradually, because we have 6 methods I take online, I'm going to still teach you how you can do natural and traditional method, the one you can secure from the roots. Let's go ahead and continue our training. So now, this is the second method from the rubber band method. Let's go ahead and tap, share this video. If you're watching me for the first time, what are you waiting for? Have you not followed the account? You've not followed it yet. You want to be looking for me all over TikTok or all over YouTube. Subscribe to the account, follow the account, follow it, that when I come up live, you're going to get notification that I'm live. Because if you don't click on the follow button, please, you do not lesbian. Yes, I do, but I send the videos already. The way I teach here, this is the way I explain on my videos. So when you go ahead and watch the videos, it's going to help. Look at the second method. Can everybody see it? This first method is with the crochet pin. This second method is a rubber band method without the crochet pin. Who will say you're not the one that did this hair now? Who will tell you that you're a new beginner when you use this method? Nobody. From today henceforth, if you have not started braiding, go and start using this method and start braiding. Okay, now I'm with you. Most people will be thinking, oh, what can I do? I don't want a rubber band on my head. Okay, now if you don't know how to take the rubber band method off, let's go to the next one. The next method I'm going to show you is grouped on the rubber band method, but there's no rubber band, no crochet. Are you willing to use that method? So now come, let's go ahead and do the next one. So the next method I'm going to show you on this category of no rubber band, no crochet. Now let's go. Take the hair we've already sectioned. Now I've already sectioned this hair down. You see how simple it is? I told you as a beginner, if you want to really be on the safer side, section the hair first. If you know you're starting with 30, 35, start with a number that you can finish as a beginner. Don't go and section this hair, because this whole hair I was sectioned, if I'm doing it on this size, is 66 to 65. You get tired easily as a new beginner. All you're going to do, section your hair 30 or 35 before you start. Section it the way I just sectioned it. Then you now go ahead and section your extensions as well, to the point whereby yes, you do, yes, so that you'll be able to have all the sizes of what you're doing the same. So now let's go ahead and do the next one. You have the next one. This one is based and categorized on the one that is rubber band method, but this one, the third one, doesn't have rubber band in it. You're not using crochet pin in it. The reason why we group it under the rubber band method is because we do the same techniques. Now that you've combed your hair, what are we going to do next? Because it's the same techniques. We're going to split this hair into two. Watch this method. This might be the best for you. I'm teaching 6 methods of how you can get your extensions and start braiding immediately as a beginner. Let's share the video. I'm not seeing that love icon again. And what is going on? Share the videos, like the video, support the video. While I'm doing the practical, we have to be going on so that the algorithm will know that we are not idle here. Put your hands on the thing and tap. Please let all of us tap for 1 minute. Everybody, put your hands on this for 1 minute. 1 minute will help us. So yeah, let's start tapping while I'm preparing my extension, because when we don't do that, they will think we're just silent here doing nothing. Share the videos, like the videos, support the videos as much as you can. God bless you for doing that. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to be grabbing this extension. You can use any colors of you like, but then when you're learning as a beginner, please try to use a colored extension to learn. The reason is that it's going to be more visible for you to know how to tuck in your natural hair. It's going to be so helpful. So get a natural, because if you're using black on black, it will not show you whether your natural hair is tucked in or not. So when you get a colored extension, it's going to really help you as a beginner to know that, am I really getting this thing? Because now look, we're using a red color. You cannot find any black hair on top of this braid we just did. We use our extensions to cover it. So it will help you to know how to tuck in. So now let's go ahead and section this extension. I say make sure that when you're taking your extensions, let them be the same size. Let them be the same size. Choma. Okay, so now this is the size of the extension that we are doing. Can you see it? This is the size of the extension. Let me add a little bit more so that it can equate this size that we're using. So when you're doing your braid, make sure that your size of extensions are the same thing that you started with, so that all of the sides will be the same thing. So now I'm going to be sectioning this hair into ratio 2:1, meaning that when you split it into 2, any braids you're doing, section it into 2 like this, ratio 2:1. When I split this one into 2, you're going to see that we have 2 here and 1 here. Do you understand? So when it's like that, it's easy for your braids to be more even. It will help your braids to be more even. Now that we have this one that we section, this one on my right hand should be 2 times of the one I have on my left hand. So what are we going to do with this one on the left hand? With this method we're using, take this one first, go ahead and place it somewhere. Take this one you have on your right hand, bring it to the point whereby the sizes are the same length. Can you see? Then we have splitted this hair. After combing the hair, we splitted this hair into 2. Go ahead and place this one in the middle. Place it here. These are really friendly beginner. If you want to start braiding today, go ahead and use any of these 3 methods. You'll start braiding immediately. adding your extensions into it. So now that we have this one, because we say we use the same technique, this third method is no crochet, no rubber band. What are you going to do? Put it together. You're going to gradually split this hair into three. When you split it into three like that, can you see it? Go ahead and braid it a little bit down. For those that doesn't need rubber band on their hair, use these techniques to get into braiding. You will think, oh, it's going to be wasting your time. No, it's not going to waste your time. It's going to help you as a beginner to get into braiding. Can you see? You just use this one, braid it a little bit down to hold onto the extensions in the middle. Pull this down. When you use this method or techniques, it's going to look exactly or most exactly like natural and traditional method of taking the hair from the root, but this one is painless because you're not going to be grabbing this hair from the root. Next step, go ahead and take the extension that is 2 times bigger. We'll start braiding our hair. If today is your first time to join me, what are you waiting for? Follow the account so that you can see me next time. You get a notification when I'm coming live. Now I'm holding, yes, you're a good teacher. Thank you so much, my love. Now you're holding this extension with your hands. Hold it with your right hand. This is my left hand. Go ahead and hold on to this hair. When you hold on to it, let's pull it to the point where we can see what I'm doing. Then you're going to take this extension now you're holding. Simple way to start braiding hair, my dear. Hold this one with your left hand, thumb and index finger. Place this extension that you're holding in the put it right there. Secure it with your thumb and your index finger. When you secure it with your thumb and the index finger, at this point, if you're a right-handed person, you have to start this braid with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start the braid with your left hand. Because I'm a right-handed person, my hand is still securing thumb and index finger there. I'm going to take this braid extension from my right hand, bring it into the left. Then I'm going to grab this one in the middle, hold it to my right hand, secure it with your thumb and index finger. Don't let it unravel. Take this one you have on your left hand, bring it into your right hand. My dear, this is braiding. Oh, you've already secured this hair from the roots. What else are you waiting for? Do you know how simple this thing is? Very, very simple. But all I'm going to explain to you at this point, now you see the natural hair in the middle. When you start knowing how to braid very, very well, you can decide to section this hair into other extensions. But at this point, don't bother because you're a new beginner. I don't want you to leave this hair now and it's going to unravel. Go ahead and use your extension to cover this and start braiding your hair. See how beautiful this braid is. So who will say this lady is a new beginner? Who will say this guy is a new beginner? Try using this method. Thank you so much and God bless you. Because when you start using this method, it's going to help you a lot to get into braiding hair. Then later on, I'm going to teach you how to use the natural and traditional method, which after this one, we're going into that method. Then you now find out that braids make easy. I come to show you how to braid and it's going to be very, very easy for you. No stress. You don't have to think about, oh, I don't know how to secure hair. I don't know how to add extension. I don't know how to braid. No, it's going to be an easy method for you to braid. So I'm going to explain this to you now after showing it. If you have not followed the account, follow the account. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now. Support this account by subscribing and follow the account. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's go ahead and look onto this braid that we have braided. This first method is using the crochet pin to insert the first one. If you're here when we started, you see what we have done so far. This second method is a rubber band method without the crochet pin. This third method is a method whereby no crochet, no rubber band. Can you see how beautiful this is? It looks exactly that when you're securing hair with the natural and traditional method. You see how easy this thing is, and the braids are nice. Nobody will say you don't know how to braid. Please, from today, go ahead and try this method. Most of the students here, when they watch the videos 1 or 2 times, they are already gone. They started doing their kids' hair. My dear, go and try it. This is the first 3 methods I teach online here, which are rubber band method. But then if you're here, oh, I already know how to do this, and once the natural and traditional method, we're going into it. So at this point, I'm going to throw out a question. We have watched me do these 3 methods. Is there any of this method you want me to repeat now? Then we'll go ahead and repeat it before going into the next natural and traditional method. I have promised two of the students, I'm going to show you how to do butterfly braid. We are going to use this next one to do our butterfly braid. Then before we now move to the next step of our hair to do natural and traditional method. So if you have any questions so far, please go ahead and put it on the comment section while we are going ahead to do the repeat, because more people were coming in as we were just demonstrating this hair. So if you have any question from anywhere here, please put it on the comment section. Let me know. We can repeat any of the method, but if it's clear enough and you can go ahead and watch the videos, so I can go ahead. So which of the method do you want me to repeat? Put it on the comment section. I'm going to see. Is it the first one, which is the one with the crochet pin, rubber band with the crochet pin? Is it the second one, rubber band without the crochet pin? Or is it the third one? Thank you so much, and God bless you for joining. God bless you for joining. Thank you. And now, is it the third one, no crochet, no rubber band? Which of the method? Let me know, and let's go ahead. Do you repeat the third one? Okay, thank you. The first one, please. Okay, thank you. Which of the one? Third and the first. Okay, let's go ahead and do this now. So we are going to do it. After doing that, we are going to do the butterfly braid. I just sent in the video for us to see it. So let's go ahead and repeat this other one. The first one we are going to do here. Third one, please. Okay, that's fine. Okay, if that's the case, let's go ahead and do the third one first. This is the third method. Let's repeat it here. Then we'll go to the next one and do the first method. If you have not followed the account, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and follow it, because it's going to give you notification that I'm live. Anytime I come live, most times you see somebody on the live, you say, oh my God, oh, he's doing well. But if you didn't follow the account, you start looking all over for the person. It's difficult to find me when you don't follow that account. I have followed you. Thank you so much, my love. God bless you. Let's give them. Teach us how to part technique. I've done it now. This hair we did is how to part technique. Are you just coming? Please, you know what you're going to do. Go ahead and follow the videos. This hair we did is parting, and I'm using it to teach us today. This one we did is a pattern. Go ahead and watch the video. If you have not followed me on my YouTube, the YouTube is GraceLawendhair. If you have not followed me on my Facebook, it's GraceLawendhair live and tutorial. If you have not followed me on my TikTok, TikTok is GraceLawendhair tutorial. Follow me on all my platforms. If you want to get the full videos, go ahead and watch them. When you follow, you're going to watch every day we've started. You want to go ahead and watch them. So now let's do this third one, how to get into braiding. Starting how to install your braiding using the method of, these three are grouped under the rubber band method. But then we are going to repeat this last one. This last one is called no crochets, no rubber band. So let's go ahead. Share the videos. Tap on your skin. Let's use 1 minute or 2 minutes to tap. The more we tap, we're not going to get restricted on this live. So when you tap and watch me, the system will know that we are active. So go ahead and do that, and God bless you for doing that, please. So now this is the extension. Let's assume is this extension. Let me see if this one is enough. I think this one should be enough. So now I'll add a little bit to this. Let me look for the red extension. I don't think if I even have more of the extension, but we are going to use this way because I don't have more of the extension. Okay, let's take this one. Let's add up a little bit to it, because normally it's supposed to be the same sizes. This red one is not, I've exhausted the red one. I don't have too much more. So if you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to the live. So now we are going to be doing this method that are grouped under the rubber band method. No crochet, no rubber band. So split this hair into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should always be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. When you share it, the reason why we do our braid this way, I'm going to explain to you when I'm teaching you how to do the natural and traditional method. I'm going to explain the reason why we split our hair this way. For now, just watch me, because we're doing the rubber band method technique. Take this one that you have on your left hand, which is 2 times bigger than this one. Cross it, just place it on any side of your, anywhere around. Just make sure you place it there. Let me comb this hair. I don't want us to have hair that is tangled while we're doing the braid. So always comb the hair that you're working with. So now I'm going to be brushing this hair. What we are going to do, watch this method. We are going to split it into 2. This method is this method, and when you see this method, no rubber band in it, no crochet. Split it into 2 after sectioning your hair. I've combed this hair very nicely. Section it into 2 like this. So when you section it into 2, Take the smaller part of the extension you just split it into two, the smaller part. Make sure you put them on the same length. When it's on the same length, it's okay. Take it in the middle like this, place it there. When you place it in the middle, the next step you're going to do, because we're not using the rubber band, what are you going to do next? Watch it, no rubber band on this. Take this one, hold it and split this hair into three. Your natural hair, split your natural hair into three. Just braid it a little bit down. You will think that this method are not useful. They are useful. Even as you're learning as a beginner, when you get to the point that you're a professional, there are some styles of hair that you're going to do. You need all these techniques to do it. So if you're learning them, you're not learning it in vain at all. So you just braid it down a little bit, not too much. Look at, just to secure the extension underneath. Then you drop this one. When you drop it down, go ahead and grab the other extension that is 2 times bigger. When you grab the other extension that is 2 times bigger, put it on the same length. Look at it. Put this extension on the same length. This is my right hand and this is my left hand. I used to explain because the camera is, because I'm using a front camera. When you're watching me, you think this is my right hand. No, this is my left and this is my right. Hold your extension that you're about to braid with your right hand. Look at it. Now you adjust your mannequin. I'm going to adjust my mannequin so that I'll be able to be fitted doing my hair. I don't want to hurt my back, right? So the next step you're going to take, go ahead and see my left hand. Hold this braid with your left hand that you've already secured like this. Place the middle of this hair right there. Put it right there. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger on your left hand. These are simple way to braid. What are you waiting for? Go and try this method now. You start braiding immediately. Use it to do your children's hair, do your friend's hair, and do your hair as well. So now, if you're a right-handed person, start braiding this hair with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start using your left hand immediately to start your braid. Because I'm a right-handed person, put that in on. Put that noise. And Ivy. So now, because if you're a right-handed person, go ahead and take this one from the right hand, bring this extension, bring it in from my right hand into the left. You see, you support it with any of your hands as a beginner. Then from your right hand, look at your right hand, put this one in the middle, secure it with your right hand, thumb and index finger. From your left hand, you have to bring it into the right. When you do that, you start braiding this hair immediately. That is how simple the hair is. Can you see how simple it is to braid with this method? But what you're going to do for me is that, because as a new beginner, I don't want, if I tell you now to start splitting this hair up in the middle, it's going to unravel this hair. I don't want you to get it unraveled. What you're going to do, take the extension here, cover the natural hair. When you get into braiding proper, thank you so much for joining. When you get into proper braiding, you're going to notice that you can split this hair. At that point, your hand is strong enough to hold to the braid. But at this point, use your extensions to cover this natural hair and start braiding your hair. You'll see how beautiful this hair will turn into. If you're a new beginner, you don't know how to braid, join or you're in the right places, go ahead and start using all this method. You're going to learn to braid, and your braid is going to be more beautiful than you expect. People will be asking, are you a new beginner? I have 2 daughters. I need this lesson. Yes, so even with this one now, pay attention. You're already good to go to braid their hair, because, and it's painless. These methods are painless. You're not going to be grabbing the hair from the root as a beginner, because as a beginner, you're trying to secure the root of the hair. It's so painful at that point. So when you're using this method I'm teaching you, this first 3 method, is painless because you've already secured the hair. You just go ahead and start braiding the hair. So gradually you move up to the method of natural and traditional method. By then, your hand is strong enough to start braiding. By then, your hand is skillful enough to know that this is what I'm doing on the braiding. So it will be more easier for you to do the natural and traditional method. So if you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. Now, if you have not followed the account, look at it now. Can you see the braiding? Go ahead and try this method now. Go ahead and try this method. You see how beautiful these braids are? They are rubber band method techniques, but these 2, there's no rubber band on it, no crochet used on it. But this first one is a rubber used crochet while perfection. Yes, and this one is the first one we did. This is the with the crochet. This one is just the rubber band on its own. These two, no rubber band, no crochet method. Look at it closely to the mirror. Yes, look at them. So you can go ahead and start using this method for your kids. If you're finding it very difficult when you want to do it, my dear, trust set free. My daughters are 2. You can go ahead and do them. What you're going to do, if you want to do this hair at this point and you think, oh, I saw her doing it online, I'm confused, the videos are there. Click on my page. You see all the videos of different method, rubber band method without the crochet pin. When you're demonstrating it, just watch the video 1 or 2 times. It's going to help you to just start braiding immediately. If you have not followed the section, go ahead. Anytime I'm live, you're going to see me. So this is the method now. So one of the students here said, repeat this first method with the crochet pin. So the next one we're going to be doing, if you're just joining, please tap and share the video for about 20 people on your pages. You don't know who you're going to help. Thank you so much, my love. Lafayette, God bless you for that. Thank you and God bless you. So on this platform, our braid is braid made easy. Even today, now you've not braided, go and put extension, start it. You see that you can get this method. That's how simple the method is. So now let's go ahead and repeat this one. One of the students want me to repeat this method. I'm going to repeat it with the crochet pin. So pay attention. If you're just joining, you're highly welcome. On this live is a friendly beginner class. We start from the roots, then we start building it up. We start from rubber band method, build it up to the natural and traditional method, because I teach you 6 good methods. God bless you, ma, for the good work. Thank you so much, and God bless you too. So let's go ahead at this point and do this one. You see, this hair already, I've already used it to show you how to section hair. Now that we've sectioned hair, you see how easy it is? Assuming I'm the beginners, I've already sectioned this hair. You see how easy it is for me to be doing this hair, because I've already sectioned this hair. And I use this hair to do a training on Thursday. So if you have not watched the video of how to section the hair, go ahead and watch it as a beginner. It will teach you, watch the video all through, how to section the hair. This is the simplest way to section the hair all through. Then you start braiding. If you can watch this hair, I've already sectioned all of them. So now I'm going to be using my clip to hold onto this. This is the next one we're going to do. We are going to be changing extension at this point because I've exhausted the red extension that we have. Let's go ahead and use the green one at this point. I'm going to brush it. If you're joining us, you're welcome. Please go ahead and tap, 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 tap. Thank you so much and God bless you. Let's put our hands on that. And like the video, is going to help us not to be restricted. Where is the brush? Okay, the brush is here. So let me go ahead and brush out this hair. Always make sure the extensions are brushed out and nicely smooth. It's going to make sure that your braids will look very nice and more professional. So now, the next step we're going to take now, good evening, ma, Queen of the Peace. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome. Good evening. Wherever you're watching me from, good evening, good afternoon, all the greetings, you're all welcome. So now we're going to take our extension. Can you watch the size of my extensions? When you're doing your braids as a beginner, please, the next step you're going to do, what you're going to notice that if you start with a size of extension, use that size of extension that you've grabbed to finish all your braids. It's going to make your braid uniform and more professional. Do you see how uniform this braid is? Let's bring this one to this point so that everyone can see me. Do you see how uniform the braid is? Because I'm using the same side. So if you take this technique and follow it, nobody will know that you're a new beginner while you're breaking. So now we're using green now as this. Let me make sure I'm taking the extent. It might not be exactly, but like it's going to be almost. Make sure you know the size that you're using. So now I'm going to keep this. This is the size I'm going to be choosing at this point. So now I'm going to section this hair into 2. Ratio 2:1. When you're splitting your hair braids, any braids you're doing, make sure you split it into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should as well also be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. I'm going to explain the reason why we do this when we're doing the natural and traditional method. So now take this one that is 2 times bigger that you have on your left hand. Cross it on one side, just put it, let it wait there. Then you take this one is a bit smaller. Let's take a little bit and add to it, just slightly a little bit. Put it on one side. So this one that you have that is smaller on this side, make sure you measure it to the same length. 1 minute. We are going to take this one. Let's brush this hair. This method we are doing is a repeat. Somebody said we should repeat the method, the one that we use as crochet pin. Let me show you how you can use the crochet pin method. All these three methods, they are almost the same way to do it, but slightly different. So in case you want to learn how to use the crochet pin, you do this one. We need the rubber band. So if you're just joining me for the first time, you don't know the size of the rubber band we use. It's this tiny bit of rubber band, not the big ones. Not the big ones, right? So when you go ahead and get this, there's a lot of them in the pack. There's a lot. You think you can do about 4 or 5 people's hair with this? A lot. It's a lot. So now, but on this life, normally you're supposed to be using one rubber band. But then if I use it, sometimes it gets snap. I don't want you to snap. That's why I double it. If you know you want to use my method of doubling the rubber band, go ahead and use double. If you know you're okay with one, go ahead and use one. Yeah, so now you're going to take this hair. This first method is the first method we did. I like the rubber band method. Yes, okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead, but this one is the rubber band method using the crochet pin. You're not going ahead to secure this hair. Go ahead and secure this hair with your rubber band. So when you secure it with your rubber band, because this first method is using your crochet pin, but if you don't have the crochet pin, you can still do the rubber band method. Use it without the crochet pin, which is the second one we did today. So now you secure this hair with a rubber band. When you go ahead, exhaust all your rubber band. Make sure that it's all exhausted to the point that it's secured enough. So when it's secured this way, the next step you're going to do, go ahead and open this like this. Open it and put it on those sides. It's going to be secured. So the next step you're going to take, if you have not seen crochet pin, if it's your first time of seeing crochet pin, this is crochet pin. This is called crochet pin. We use this crochet pin to do a lot of hair. A lot. As a new beginner, you need to have this because it doesn't end on installing your extensions as a new beginner. You have it, you use it to do a lot of things. So now what you're going to do, pass the crochet pin from the top. It has something like a lash, open and close. You open it first. When you open it, I hope my battery is not running out. Okay, it's not running out. Let's do this puzzle. Okay, go ahead and open the lash of this crochet pin. When you open it, you pass it from the top. Pass it from the top of it. Look at it. When you pass it from the top, it's going to be coming down. If you find out that this one here is disturbing you or distracting you, that is why as a beginner, when you're buying your tools, buy your clip as well. You use your clip to move this one to one side. My dear, you go one side. So when it's one side, that is fine. Go ahead and take the size, these extensions. Go ahead and take the smaller part of the extension that you've just done. Make sure you put it on the same length. Create a loop with your thumb and index finger. Look at it. Create a loop like this. You place it and press it with your hand. Create that loop. Make sure you're holding it like this. Then you come under this and place it on that as hooking. Let the crochet pin hook all the extensions. Then you close it. When you close, make sure you close it, because if you don't close it, it's going to unravel. Close it, then you gradually pull it out. When you pull it out halfway. Take your crochet and put it on one side. Then you go ahead. This is my left hand. Hold part of one side of it with your left hand. Then you now pull it out with your right hand. Pull it. So when you pull it, because if you don't do that, when you're pulling out, you're going to pull out everything. You don't want to do a double job, right? So when you do that, make sure they are on the same size. Yes. So the next level you're going to do, release this clip that you're using holding this one from blocking it. Then what you're going to do next is that because you have inserted the crochet pin under this, it has loosened the roots of this hair. All we want is that we want the roots of our hair to be secured, right? Split this hair again into two. Pull it on both sides, not too tight, because the more you pull this hair, it's going to be tight on the scalp. Secure it, not too tight. Write it down. Secure, but not too tight. So you just pull it on both sides. It's secured very well now. So the next thing, this hair is secured already. You now go ahead and start braiding. As a beginner, please, what are you waiting for? Start. If you don't want to use this one with the crochet pin, do the next method without the crochet pin. They are all the same result it's going to give to you. What are you going to do next? Grab the extension that is 2 times bigger. Hold it on your right hand. Look at it. Then your dress is nice. Thank you so much, Sonia Green. God bless you for that. So now you're going to go ahead. Let me balance the braid. So you're going to go ahead, take your left hand, this is my left hand, hold onto those braids, the hair that you're going to braid. Take the extension that you're having on your right hand, place it right in the middle here. This is how simple it is to learn how to braid this way. You just hold it with your thumb and your index finger with your left hand. Hold it. If you're a right-handed person, you're going to use your right hand to start this braid. If you're a left-handed person, use your left hand to start the braid. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start this braid with my right hand. Take it from my right hand, bring it into the left. You can secure it with any of your hands there. Grab this one in the middle, hold it, secure it. Take this one on your left hand, bring it into the right hand. Start braiding your hair. You see how simple this method is? It's very simple. You're not pulling the scalp of the hair and you're braiding it nicely. What are you waiting for as a beginner? Please, if you have children that cry a lot for hair and they feel pain when you're pulling their hair, please use all these methods to save them for stress. So now, all I'm going to tell you as a beginner is that because this natural hair is only on one side when you're doing rubber band method, as a beginner, I don't want you to even bother, because if I tell you at this point now, split this natural hair into hair, everything will unravel. You now start all the, oh, I cannot do it. No. Or with this class, leave it like that. I love it. It's really making braiding easy. Yeah, it makes braiding easy. So what you're going to do, take the extension, cover your natural hair. It's called tucking your natural hair in. You start braiding. Adjust it and start braiding. So when you get into braiding and you now become more professional, you can split that natural hair into other extension. Acceptable. So now let's go ahead and braid this. The reason why we don't want this our hair, natural hair, to be showing on the braid is that it will make your braid last longer. Because if your natural hair is always popping out on the braid, it makes the braid look old and not too professional. So if you do this, tuck your natural hair always in, any braiding you're doing, you will find out that your braid is going to look nice. They will not even know that you're a beginner. Follow these techniques and follow the method I'm showing you. Before you know it, you start braiding your hair perfectly. So this first three method I'm showing you is perfectly for the beginners that doesn't know how to braid. Then the next three method I'm going to be showing you is how to hold it from the root, natural and traditional method. So start from this one. It makes you feel comfortable as a beginner to start braiding. Most people, if I go ahead and start with natural and traditional method now, some will just discourage, they will go off this line. But now this technique will make you go into braiding, and it will help you to start braiding very well. The more you braid, the faster you become. You need to increase your speed of your braid. You see the way I'm braiding this hair fast, you still help you to increase. Let's go ahead and bring the result of this method. Can you see it? Thank you so much, Lafayette. God bless you. Please, if you have not followed the account, please go ahead and follow the account. See it? Can you see the braiding? Have you seen the braiding yet? This is rubber band method using the crochet pin. This is the first one we did before we repeated it. Can you see how beautiful this is? What are you waiting for? Do you want your daughter to be crying all the time while you're pulling the natural and traditional method as a beginner? Please go ahead and use this method. These ones are the one. This first method, the first two method is with the crochet pin. The second one is rubber band method without the crochet pin. Then this two last one is rubber band method without rubber band, no crochet, no rubber band. But we use the same technique to get the result. Look at all this braid. What do you think? Go and start braiding as a beginner. So now, the next method I'm going to show you now is natural and traditional method. We have done this one. If you're just joining me for the first time and you didn't understand what we just did, you join me on my next class. Follow the account. When I come next, we'll start from the beginning. You understand it. So now let's go ahead. Let me adjust this a little bit to the top. Let's bring this mannequin up. And as a beginner, you need your mannequin to learn. If you have not purchased your mannequin yet, go ahead and get one training head. It's going to help you. Don't manipulate anything. Don't do the natural and traditional method on your kids' hair if you're a beginner, because it's going to be pulling their scalp. When you know how to braid, they will not let you touch their hair, because that hand of manipulating at that point is so painful to their scalp. They don't want you to touch your hair, except you're using this method. If you're using this method as a beginner, now you can do it straight on your kids' hair with this first rubber band method. But if you're not using this method, you want to do the other method I'm going to show you now as a beginner, go and get your training mannequin heads. It will help you because you're not going to be pulling those children hair. No. Can I use the same method on my hair? Yes, you can use the same method on your hair. Go ahead and try it. You can use the same method. It's going to give you the same result, right? So now let's go ahead. We've done this method that are really friendly beginners to get into braiding. So now let's go and do the other three methods, that is natural and traditional method. The first one I'm going to do today is the method whereby natural and traditional method of how you can secure extension. The method is the one that you wrap around and plait it. Just watch me as I demonstrate it. You, as a beginner, you might be okay with this one. It's still very, very easy to get into. Watch my hands. When you're watching the video, go ahead and be watching what I'm doing with my hands. So that when you're doing it, you're going to do the same thing. That is why we're having a live video. So now I'm going to go ahead and lose this hair and I comb it. Very well. Make sure you comb the hair. This one is easy to comb because it's not tangled. But if you're doing your hair, whether tangled or not, make sure you give it a nice comb like this before you start. So now, this method, I'm going to take my extension. What are the rules? When you're doing your braids, even if you're a beginner, make sure that your extensions are all the same sizes. Don't go and take one jumbo, the next one micro, the other one medium. All your braids is going to be size riots. They'll be rioting. But at this point, if you make your extensions to be equal, look at how professional it looks now. Even as a beginner, that is how professional it's going to look. So take that terms and use it. So now at this point, this is the hair we're going to be working with, and this is the size of the extension I'm taking. Now, the reason why I will explain, let's continue to tap, please. Go ahead. Now, we are 119 of us here. Let's go ahead and just tap in 1 minute. Hold your phone and just tap it. Even if you're putting it on my scalp like this, do it. Just be tapping on top of that phone. Tap it for 1 minute, then we'll go ahead and do this next method. So when we finish the sixth method today, I'm going to show you how to do butterfly braid. That's the video I just sent in this evening. Then when we do it, then we'll now go ahead and close the class for the day. The next time, we'll be out again for our practicals. So now, look at this. I'm going to split this hair into two. The splitting of this hair into two is going to be ratio 2:1. This is the point where I'm going to explain to you why we do our hair ratio 2:1. The reason is that it will make your braid look more even. When you split your extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should always be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. When we split this extension I have on my left hand, look at it. This one is 2 times. And this one is the one. So now you're going to put them together. Use this one that is smaller, cross it to the bigger one. Now, when we're doing the rubber band method, we didn't bother to cross it. You saw the way we did it. Now we are doing this natural and traditional method, you're going to cross it. The reason why we cross it this way and we say ratio 2:1 is that when you're doing your braid, the extensions need to be like this. What is it showing you? All the strands are equal. What's the effect on your braiding? It's going to make your braid look more even. It's not like some people will take the smaller part here as a beginner. They don't know how to split their extension. The braid will not be wobbling. One side is bigger and the other side is outwearing the other side. We don't want our braids to look like that. So when you do this way, ratio 2:1 splitting is going to give you the size. So now let's go ahead and do this braiding. This first one we're doing is natural and traditional method, which most of the professionals use, wrapping around. If you know you're going to try all those 6 methods, try them. Choose only one of the method to braid all your hair. Choose only one of the method to start braiding your hair. It's going to help you. While I'm teaching you the 6 method, try the 6 method. You will find out that in the process of trying the 6 method, you're going to notice that one of them is your friend. That one that chooses to be your friend, start using it to braid your hair. Continue to use that one until you get perfected as a beginner. At that point, you've already learned how to do 6 methods, but then you're using only one out of the 6 to braid. So now let's go ahead. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. All we do in this class is that I teach you how to install your extensions to get into braiding. Give you that push to be able to start doing that. Look at the way I'm holding this extension. I'm holding it after crossing it on my right hand. Watch this method. This first method on the natural and traditional method is simple as well. You can as well try this method. It will be okay for you. So hold this one with your left hand. This is my left hand. I'm going to hold this hair with my left hand. Take the extension because I'm holding it in the middle. Place it right there in the middle. When you place it right there in the middle, holding it with your thumb and your index finger, what are you going to do next? You're going to take this one on this side, go ahead and wrap it round. Most people say wrap it round. When you do the first one, you go ahead and do the second one. Second one should be enough. Don't do more than second one. Take it and place it there. The next step you're going to do, split this one, the natural hair, into two. Then you now go ahead and start braiding the hair. Can everybody see what I've done? Start braiding the hair. What you're going to do for me is that always make sure your extensions are covering your natural hair. At this point, because it's a natural and traditional method of installing your extension, I want us to split the natural hair to all the extension. We've done it to the two. Go ahead and take some of this one and give it to this last one. Then we know that all the natural hair have gone into all this hair. Can you see how simple it is? Very, very simple. Then you use your extensions to cover your natural hair. Start braiding your hair already. Who say you are a new beginner? Come and ask me. You're not a new beginner if you start using all this method, because you're going to start braiding hair perfectly from the day one. Try this method. You will come to this live session and show me your works. Please show how to make the weave in 3 parts. The weave in 3 parts. Which one is the weave in 3 parts? Is it the extensions? Which of the weave? I didn't understand it. Go ahead. Thank you so much, Temdes. Go ahead and support this live. Whichever way to support this live, go ahead and is it the extent to hold the extensions? Yes, because when you're trying to write, please, this is how I do mine. Yes, this is how most professionals do theirs. You see how simple it is. Now, even me, as I'm teaching you, I don't use this method. But the time I start teaching, I find out that, oh, this method is absolutely simple and it's secured and it's nice. So if this method is okay for you, my dear, go ahead and start using this method. You see how secure the root of this hair is. You see how beautiful this natural and traditional method is. This is how I do mine. Okay, that's fine. So that is why I said go ahead and try this 6 method of how to add extensions into your braid. Then you end up doing what? Using one of the method. Take one as your friend that is okay for you and start braiding your hair. Don't use the 6 of them in one hair. No. Do only practice 6 of them. Then try which of the one that is friendly to you. I'm late. Don't worry, we're still on it. You're still in the class. Scolding, frown, don't worry, you're still on it. So now this is the first method for natural and traditional method. Let's go ahead and tap and share the video. Share the video for about 20 people on your pages. You don't know who you're going to bring into this live that will be so happy. Say, oh my God, you share this video and I'm happy I found out that I can learn something. I can learn a skill. So now let's go ahead. This is the first method related to the natural and traditional method. If you have not followed the account, what are you waiting for? If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the account, follow the account so that when I come out next, you're going to get notification. The notification will just go on your Grace is live, oh, join her on her live. But if you didn't follow the account, you start looking for me all over the platform, you will not see me. So tap and follow, then you have another way to get a notification. Now let's go ahead. You see how simple this method is. I've already explained that as a beginner, always split your hair down before you try. I use this training hair to teach you how to split hair, and now we are using gradually one of the methods to start going into braiding. See how simple it is. You just go ahead and loosen the next one. Do you see the next method we are going to do on the natural and let me drink water first. My throat is getting now dry. Okay. This other method we're going to do on the natural and traditional method is a 2-strand method, meaning that this hair is going to be the third strand. So watch me as I do this method. So the last method I'm going to do today for the natural and traditional method is the most used method and is the method that people find difficult. So wait and stay tuned while I'm going to do the last one. So this is the second one related to the natural and traditional method. But with this method, the hair is going to be the third strand. So when you find out, let me see if this extension now, let me explain something to you. As a beginner, now you have a bunch of extension with you. In the process of taking your extension, you now find out that this is the one that is left and is almost closely related to this. Please, even if it's a slightly difference, remove that slight difference because we want all your braids to look equal. Don't say, okay, this is the last one, let me just use it. No, don't use it that way. If it's a slightly different that you have to take off, take it off. Because if you don't take it off, it's going to make your braid look too big than other ones that you've chosen before. So now we are not going to split this hair, because I've told you now that this second method we are doing on the natural and traditional method is a 2-strand braid, which at the end of the day we are going to split the hair automatically when we are doing it. So watch me as I do this method. So the only explanation I'm going to give with this method, if your hair is too short with this method, you cannot use this method. If your hair is a bit long like this, is okay. If it's longer than this, absolutely okay. But if it's very short, you have to either use the traditional method or you use the rubber band method we just used to do it. It's going to work for you. Or you use the knotless braid method if your hair is too short. So now let's go ahead and install this one. So what you're going to do, place this hair in the middle, making sure that they are on the same length. I used to tell you that and I repeat it several times because as a beginner, you don't want to start borrowing hair. This will help your braids to look more even. Hold this with your right hand. Then you now go ahead, take the braids, a natural hair you're working with, place it in the middle, hold it with your thumb and index finger. There are different ways to do this hair, but I'm giving you a simple way. Most people, they will do it like this. When they hold it like this, I don't want to teach you long process that will make you feel, oh, I cannot do this. No, let's go ahead and do it in this simple manner. Braids make easy. Hold this one, place it there, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. When you hold it with your thumb and your index finger, if you're a right-handed person, start your braid with the right hand. If you're a left-handed person, go ahead and start the braid immediately with the left hand. So what I'm going to do now, because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start my braid. Now, this method is that we have 2 strands of extension and the natural hair will be the third strand. We are not going to continue to use this hair as the third strand. Watch me as we go do this method because most people would like to do this method. So now take this one, braid it in. From my right hand, I bring it into the left. Grab your natural hair, pull it on the side. When you pull it on the side, take this one you have on your right hand, bring it into your left. When you bring it into your left, you start braiding. When you come to this point, bring this hair into the middle. When the natural hair comes into the middle, leave it right here in the middle. Go ahead and borrow this hair. The hair you're supposed to split before, you're going to take it at this point. Borrow it and put it there on one side. Go again on this place, borrow it. If you think this method is good for you, use it. Most people, they like this method. Go and borrow it. So when it's like this, start braiding. Braid the first one. Make sure that the extensions are covering. When you braid this, because we are doing natural and traditional method, we are not going to continue to braid this hair, natural hair like that. We are going to split our natural hair. Please gradually take some of the natural hair now, give it to this one. If you want, at this point, it look easier, very, very easy. All the braids I'm doing here, very, very easy. So now, if you want to leave it this way by braiding, go ahead and leave it. But because we are doing natural and traditional method, I'm going to explain to you to split the hair. At this point, you're getting more advanced. You're getting more advanced. So now go ahead and braid it because you borrowed some natural hair and put to this one. Go ahead and braid it the first one. Go again. So now when it comes to this part that doesn't have natural hair, you take it again, split that natural hair into 2 from here. Take it and give it to this one. Then you now go ahead. Make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. My dear, go ahead and start braiding your hair. Look at it. If the extensions is not covering the natural hair, adjust it. Don't be afraid. Just pause a little bit, adjust it. Make sure your extensions are covering your natural hair. Then you go ahead and start braiding your hair. The extensions covering the natural hair is called tucking your natural hair in. Then you keep braiding, 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 braiding. It's, then you now go ahead and now it will help you. Now, another thing you have to do as a braider, you need to, when you know how to install, because I'm helping you, showing you how to install this extension, don't stop there. You can now start increasing your speed, because if you want to use this to go into business, you need speed. Oh, you need speed to be able to make money. If you're just doing one and you're not fast in braiding your hair, no, it will not help you. When you know how to install the braid, now go and be practicing your speed. Look at the way I'm braiding this hair. Before you know it, I mean, if I'm not teaching, it's not going to take me any time to braid this hair. Look at it. Can you see it? The reason why this method, most people use the method, normally you're not seeing our natural hair on the braid. Now, because we use the natural hair to start, that is why you're seeing it on both sides. They will now move that natural hair in the middle, give that natural hair some extensions to continue. So these two methods now are related to the natural and traditional method to install braid. All these other methods we did, 6 methods, they are related to the rubber band method. So now we're going into the last method, which is the method that most people to install the hair from the roots. You see the way I built up these methods. I didn't go straight and say, oh, I want to teach you how to braid. Come, let's do the natural hair. As a beginner, you start saying, oh my God, when am I going to learn this? You run. But now we started with the rubber band method. You're paying attention gradually. That gradually that you're building it up is making you now feel confident that if I can do the rubber band method, why can't I do the natural and traditional method? If you have not followed the account, my dear, follow account so that when I come up live, you'll be able to learn how to install your extension and how to braid. If you know how to braid, you'll be able to do a lot of things on braiding. Start with this one first. If you want to learn cornrow, my dear, first of all, learn how to braid, put extension, get master to it. Gradually, it will get into your hands. It's easier for you to get it. Don't rush in. So now we are going to be pulling this hair out by doing the next one. You see the way I section all the hair out? Easy. So as a beginner, when you want to start your braid, I want you to start with 30 or 35 braid. Section the whole hair with 30 or 35. Then you now, when you section it the way I did it, then you now section your braids. Make sure they are extensions. Make sure they are easy. Then you now start braiding the hair. You will see how simple it is. You will not believe, even you, when you're doing it, you will not believe you're the one that did that one, because you make it easy for you. So now let's lose up to this one. This last method for natural and traditional method is the most used method. Most used method, and at the end of the day, most complicated method for some people, most difficult method. But then if you watch my hand, it's not difficult. So that is why we started from this gradually to move it up. So now let's go ahead and do this method. I'm going to get more of the extensions, then we'll now do it. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you have not followed this account, what are you waiting for? If you want to join my class is going on now. You can as well join the beginners, intermediates, and class. Send me a message on my bio if you want to join the classes. Then I'll give you the information about how to go about it. But then if you're okay with this, please go ahead and start doing something with your braids. Let me get, where is the comb again now? Let's brush it. Always make sure your extensions are nicely brushed. It will still help your braids to look neat. Don't install your extension like this when the braid is like this. Don't be too in a haste. Learn very well. When you learn it, your learning process might be slow, but when you get used to it, you become faster. They say practice makes perfect. Practice, they say, makes perfect. So the more you follow all these procedures, do you understand? I can show you a hair that a student did here. She learned how to do hair here. And then I told her to start from 30. She started from 30. Mommy Sophia, I don't know if she's here because normally she comes in the morning section. She started with 30 gradually and was doing the hair. If you see the hair this woman braid for the children this time, she's in Spain, either Spain or Italy. You will be surprised. A lot of it, she braided more than 60 on that hair because she started with a little bit of portion, follow the rules. Gradually, she started building up. Before you know it, she started braiding hair. I will show you. You will think I'm not even joking. She sent me the pictures of what she did. So now let's go ahead and section this extension. This last one is the one that you split your hair into 3. Most people, they do it in a way that they will just section this hair into 3. Me, I'll show you the way I do mine. I'm telling you. But then if you know how to hold your extensions already, and you can be able to do it, don't because I'm showing you how to hold my extension on one hand and you not change your method, except you still want to learn that method. So now this is the size of the extensions we're using. This last one we're doing is natural and traditional method, which is the last method I'm going to show you. So now we are going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. I always say ratio 2:1. Don't forget it on this slide because we need it. This one I have on my right hand should always be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. When you split it, you know. The reason is that when you take this smaller one and place it across this one, when you put the smaller ones together, it equates it to be one of these. Look at the 3 braids. What did you observe? You observe that 3 of the strands now, they are equal. And when you have it equal, it's going to be easier for you to start braiding. Let's move the like to 20k likes, please, or 25k likes before we finish. So now we are going to start braiding. Most people, what they do when they have this extension crossed like this, they know how to place their braid like this and they start braiding. For me, I don't do that. I'll tell you what I do, teach you what I know. But if you want to follow my method, go ahead and do it. Normally, I just go ahead and hold my extension on one hand. This is how I hold my extension on one hand. It's going to look this way. Can you see it? I'll just hold my extension on one hand. It didn't take me too much time to hold this extension on one hand, right? But I'm going to show you how you can simply hold this extension on one hand if you want to learn it. But if you're not interested and you think, oh, I can be able to place it on it when you section this hair into 3, go ahead and do it. Your method is simpler. Yes, this method I do is very, very simple, and I just hold it like this, simple, and I go and place my hair. And it's going on. So now this is how you can hold your extension on one hand. I'm going to explain to you. If you don't know how to hold it on one hand, I want to know, please. Okay, that's fine. So this is, you've crossed the extensions already, and you make sure that the extensions are 3. So watch me. There was a day one of the students here from, I think she's from the Caribbean, she just come on live. She requested that I bring her up. She brought her extension and I explained to her. She did it immediately. And she started braiding the hair. So now for you to know how to do it, I'm going to explain, and the videos are already there on my account, how to hold your extension on one hand. So if you want to practice it, get your extension, get it ready, then you do the same thing I'm telling you to do on that video. You go ahead and practice it. When you get it into your hands, it's going to be easier for you. So now this is how you can hold it. This is my right hand. Hold this one, thumb and index finger. Thumb, index finger, they play a very, very vital role when you're doing hair. Go ahead and hold this one, this other strand here with your thumb and index finger. The left hand, thumb and index finger. You see this hand, we need to buy something for them when you're doing hair because they do most of the jobs, and these ones are just helping hand. Go ahead and hold it with your thumb and index finger on this other left hand. Take this other strand that is here. See these 3 hands you're seeing? Place it there. When you place it there, hold it like this. Take it and put it. Use your hand to clap it on. When you clap it, it's going to look like this. Instead of it wobbling, don't let it wobble. Make sure it's secured like this. Look at it. When it's secured, bring your middle finger, place it on it. The only hand you're going to be moving when you're holding it secure is your right hand. I'm going to move my right hand now. Move it this way, turn it, then you bring your index finger on your right hand, place it in the middle like this. That is it. Cross your hand this way. You're holding your extension on one hand. So let's go ahead and braid this hair now. Now that I'm holding the extension on one hand, look at my thumb and my index finger. Can you see it? You just slightly open it while you're still holding it. You don't let go. You just go ahead. This is the hair we're going to be installing now. This is natural and traditional method. This is the method whereby you take it from the roots of the hair. At the end of the day, As a beginner, this is painful. If you're doing it for your children, please go ahead and use the other method and start braiding first. Use a mannequin to practice this hair and manipulate it. Go ahead and take your natural hair. We've combed it already. Hold it like this. When you hold it, we are going to be sectioning this natural and traditional method. Yes, this is it. So now you're going to use your left hand to section this hair. When you section part of it, because we're going to be splitting this hair automatically into 3. When you section this one out, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Look at it. Then you now go ahead, use one of your hand to grab this one, bring it closer. When you bring it closer here, can you see it? Bring it closer. When you bring it closer, take your index finger. This is my index finger, shaky. Put it in between the natural hair and the extension. Look at it, where my hand is coming out from. When you do it, I will use the third method that will be easier for me. It's straightforward. Oh, that's absolutely okay. So now you now go ahead and section it like this and start. This part of it, release your hand. This part of it is where people have problem to secure it from the root. Secure it, but not too tight. You now go ahead and do this. Make sure you secure the hair. Start braiding. You start braiding. When you start braiding, you secure the hair from the roots, but not too tight. When you do it about 1 or 2 braidings, you now flip your hands. You're going to flip your hands. See my hand? Release this hand. Come and flip these hands. You flip the hand. When you flip the hands, what have you noticed automatically when we are doing this here? On the process of taking it from the root, thank you so much, and God bless you. Only Liz. God bless you so much. When you split it from the root, you automatically notice that the hair, natural hair, is splitted while you're doing the hair. You now go ahead and use your extensions to cover your natural hair. You're tucking it in. Take your extensions and cover it and start braiding. What it does is that it will make your braid look very neat and nice and secured, more professional. Then you go ahead and start braiding. Look at it. When you've positioned the extensions where is covering the natural hair, you don't need to do too much again. You just go ahead and be braiding. While you're coming, it's going to be positioning the hair, the natural hair under, while the braid is going to be showing on top. That is how you can do your braid, and that is how the braid is going on. Let me finish the braiding, then I can show you the result. So if you're following me for the first time, or you just see me for the first time online, you're highly welcome. This class is a class whereby I show you how to install your extension braiding your hair. And then if you don't know how to do it and you find it very difficult, follow this class. We'll take it from the roots, the grassroots, from the method whereby you can be able to start braiding hair. Then we'll build it up to this point. So let's go ahead and finish up this braid. Then I'm going to show you how the result of this. So if it's your first time, you've not followed the account, follow the account. You're going to get notification while I'm coming on live. Anytime I'm live, you're going to get notification while I'm here. So now let me show you the results. Now, can you see it? Please, what do you call the head you are using? It's a training mannequin head. If you want to get it, just type it on the search button on the TikTok shop markets. TikTok shop market, they have it. You can go ahead and purchase it. It will pop up different sellers that sell it. The one that is suitable to you, go ahead and get it. So now, look at the 3 methods. This is the natural and traditional method most used. This one is the first one that you wrap it around. This one is the 2-strand method in the middle. And this one is the last one that you pick from the root. You see, the 6 method that we have shown. Look at all the braids. They're all the same thing. Because the only thing we need in doing braids that make sure the roots are secured and make sure your braids are neat and make sure that your braids are even. Please, okay, so now this is the result of what we have done today in the class. Do you see how beautiful it is? And now, before we leave, I promised one of the students that I'm going to show you. He said I should show her how to do the butterfly braid. We are going to demonstrate it on one of these. Then now I can invite few of us. If you have any question, if you have any contribution, if you have any work to show me, you can go ahead and show me. Normally, my class, I used to come to the class 12 p.m. UK time. Now we are splitting this class into 2. 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time, then 5 p.m. UK time to 7 p.m. UK time. So any of the time you see me pop up, just follow the account. You're going to see me. I'm not splitting it up into like maybe 3 times in a week for morning, 3 times in a week for evening, so that it will benefit those in the morning, and those in the evening that are working will still benefit from the training. So now we are going to go ahead now and do, with this last one, we are going to do the butterfly braid. I always seem to come to the end of the class. Ace, oh my God, the time is 12 p.m. UK time and 5 p.m. UK time. Just follow the account to give you a notification when I'm live. You just press the notification button. It's automatically going to tell you that Grace is live, so that you won't be coming late. So now we are going to comb this hair. I've sent in how to do your butterfly braids there. Let's use this this last extension I'm holding to do it. And with this method, I'm going to be using the natural and traditional method automatically to do this. So I'm going to split my extension into ratio 2:1, and I'll cross it. So butterfly braid is that when you're braiding the hair, as I explained on that video, I just sent the video today. If you want to watch it, you just go ahead and watch it. You're going to be using your right hand to pinch the extensions from the side. It's going to be giving it that wings. Before you know it, you're doing your butterfly braid. Most of the braid is just name. Some people want knotless braid, boohoo braid. Everything is braid. If you don't know how to do the main braid, my dear, you're still waiting. Go ahead, learn this braid. All those knotless names, they're all names. You need to know how to do braids first before you go into knotless, boohoo, peekaboo. All those things are styles. The styles of the braid, but the most important thing is learning how to do braids first. You're going to be able to see them. If you just see those styles once, you're able to do it. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to install this braid. I'm holding my extension on one hand already. I'm going to go ahead and split this hair into 3 and start braiding this hair. And now this is the method I used originally for myself when I'm braiding. You just go ahead and braid the hair, secure it. When you braid the hair, I'm going to now make sure that my hair is covering this hair. Can you see? Make sure that I put it under. Then we start braiding. So at this point, most people, when they are doing their butterfly braids, what they do is that they finish all the braidings, then they start pinching out. For me, what I do is, I tell you what I do. If you like my method, you follow. If you like any other method, it's absolutely up to you. But I will only show you the method I use. For most people, they will appreciate your method and they use it. I'm not saying my method is the best. No, this is what I use and I'm coming here to share. So if you find out any other method that is okay for you, that is absolutely fine. So when I'm doing this butterfly braid, I come in here. Look at it. I've braided this hair already. You have to be careful when you're pulling out. You see? Now I don't want to pull out my natural hair. So I'll use my right hand after braiding, pull it out a little bit. Then I'll come here, braid it, braid the first one, then you secure leave your right hand free your hands, then you pull it again. Then you come and braid again, then you go ahead and pull it. So when you keep pulling it from the side, take the sides from the hair and keep pulling it. Then I release my right hand, I pull it. This is called butterfly braid. You can as well pull it more than this. You can as well make the extension more bigger if you want. Let me position this way so that we can be able to see it. So you use your right hand, go straight. Don't pull your natural hair. Don't pull your natural hair. Just go ahead and be pulling it from, take it, pinch it, see your nail, pinch the hair from the top, take a little bit, and give it that wind. That wind that you're bringing out from your right and left is called the butterfly braid. So if you have not done it before, I've sent in the video today. When you want to practice, go ahead and do it. Most people will finish the braid. You mean this is called butterfly? Yes, it's called butterfly braids. This is called butterfly braids. So now you go ahead and pinch the sides. You go ahead and continue to pinch the side. This is called butterfly braids. Yes. So now most people call it different names, but this is called, for me, it's called butterfly braids. They have it on cornrow as well. I did it online. Yes. Some comments in the live were filtered. Please watch what you're putting on the comments. Even the system is figuring it out. So just go ahead. So we go ahead and start braiding this. Most people, they make it more fluffier. You see how it is? I see it's simple to do. Yes, it's simple. Most people, when you see, if you've not seen it done, you will be thinking, oh my God, how will I do this thing? If you want it more bulkier, you make your extension more bulkier. If you want it more looser, you don't braid your hair more tight. But make sure that you're not pulling out your natural hair. Make sure you're not pulling out, wow, do with be my first, I will try. Okay, that's fine. Try it, and you get it. I sent in the video today. You can do it on cornrows. There's one video I sent that I did it on cornrow. If you're doing it on cornrow, it's just that I've taken that hair off. You first of all braid your hair down, then you now use the crochet pin. Your method makes it seem very easy. Everything I'm telling you when you come on my platform, I make it very easy for you to get into braiding, not to discourage. Because most people, they have passion for this braid, but the method, they must put some people off. But if you see a free method that is helping you, please use it. As far as the braid is secured under and you're getting the reading, why are you going to stress yourself doing the things that will stress you? So just use a simple method that will help you get into braiding. The more you're braiding, most people, when they finish, they pull it out with their combs. But if you want that method, first of all, braid all your hair, then you pull it out with your comb if you want that method. But me, this is how I do mine. And as long as I'm moving along and I'm pulling it out. But if I'm doing the other method, the cornrow ones, I'll just cornrow first, but I don't make the cornrow too tight. I will not make the cornrow too tight. Then after making it, I will now gradually start pulling the hair from the side. Can you see it? Now you finish up the braid. If you want to do it up to that point, that's up to you. So go ahead and try this method if you have not tried it. At the end of the day, what is the difference? Braid is braid. We did our braid. If you don't know how to braid, can you do butterfly braid? No. If you don't know how to braid, can you do knotless braid? No. You have to learn how to braid first. Knotless braid is simple. The only difference is that you start the hair with your natural hair, then you start adding up hair to it. But you must know how to braid before you start doing all those styles. All those things are names that is given, and that is it. I'm going to send invitation. Any of us that wants to come up to say something, let's go ahead and discuss for like 10 minutes before we call it a day. I'll just send that random invitation like that. If you want to come up, pick it up, let's talk for a few minutes, then we'll go ahead and finish the class for the day. And if you're just joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. Normally, I run my class 12 p.m. UK time and 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time, and 5 p.m. UK time to 7 p.m. UK time. For now, that is the limit I can do because of the kids. Well, it will come a day. If you know you want to come up, please go ahead and just pick up. And if you have any contribution or you want to say anything or what you observe, go ahead and accept it. But if not, we're just going to call the class a day today. I'm not in a place to come up. Oh, that's absolutely okay. That's fine. If you're not in a place to come up, that's fine. That is all I do all the time when I'm teaching. When I have my students in the daytime, most of them come with their mannequins. As the way I'm doing the hair, they are practicing as well. Immediately I just finish, they'll say, see what I've done. Or they will show everybody just to make sure that everyone is happy. Let me show you if I can find this hair easily. One of the hair that one of the students did, she sent it to my phone. She learned how to do hair online here. I'm even surprised when she did this hair. I say, oh my God, this woman is going a professional level. She'll start taking clients very soon. So the more you do this hair, the more you practice, the perfect you become when you're doing hair. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you. Then we'll now just call the class a day and everybody will you see me. If you follow the account, when I'm coming next, you're going to see me. Look at it. She sent me the video. This hair is done by a student that is learning as well. Can everybody see it? Look at it. It's done by a student that is learning. Can you see it? She learned it from online here. She started with 30 and now she started pulling up the braid. Now she's making the braid, a lot of braid. Can you see it? If you can see it from the camera. This is my phone self. I don't know whether I done the gold level. Wow, she did this braid. So the same thing is applicable to you. So what we do is that when we bring our students up and they show us what they do, it encourages other people to say, okay, yes, I can do this, I can do this. Even online, you think you cannot learn online, you can learn. She learned online. She had not done hair before. Now she's doing her 2 daughters' hair. She's not here today. She used to come in the afternoon class. If she here, you would have heard her voice. Now she quickly, damn, I must not give up. You know, that is why I'm here for you. You're not going to give up. You see, go ahead and start practicing. If you know how to install it already, start practicing for your speed. You need the speed to be able to finish on time. So if you have anything to say, let's go ahead. Nikemi, if you have something to say, please go ahead and contribute. Let's give it like 10 minutes. Then I'm now going to... Hello, good evening, ma.
Hi. Actually, I don't know what I wanted to say.
That's fine. That's fine. Just say what you observe, how you feel about the class is okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just say your teaching is really, really good and it's well explanatory. So I really gain also a lot from the 6 methods you've taught us so far.
Yes.
So I was even trying. I have my mannequin with me right now, so I'm trying to.
You want to show us, please?
But I think I need to. To me, I think the rubber band. This thing is the rubber band.
The method
is easier, so I don't get the rubber band. But
oh, you don't have. Okay, you don't have the rubber band at home.
Oh. Yes, and try it as well.
Yeah, you try it.
Only trying the natural method and the other ones.
Okay. Can you want to show us what you have tried so far?
Let me see.
Okay, let me expand
I don't know if I can open my camera because I'm not up to 1,000.
Okay, that's fine then. Please, everybody try and follow Nikemi. Follow each other. That is always the thing we are used to say online here. When we are coming to this class, please follow each other so that we can have 1,000 followers to be able to show your work, because we need to show what we have done so far. It will help other people and encourage them. Follow each other, please. On this class, we need to show what we are doing. You just go ahead and say, oh, this is what I've done so far. We'll tell you where the mistake is, then you go ahead and start improving. It's so helpful. But thank you so very much, Nikemi, for at least contributing that you've done something. Keep practicing. Yeah. Before you know it, you'll be a professional.
Thank you so much. Thank
you so much, and God bless you. Let's give Nikemi these chairs. Give her clap. And clap for her. Press your camera and say.
Okay, I can even open my camera.
You can?
Yeah, I think I can. Let me just put something on.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me give you time to put something on. Let's go straight to Just Be. Is it Just Be? Because I can't see the full spelling of it. When I get my doll, I would like to be showing. Yeah, you have to. The more you show your work, is going to help you. Mommy Sophie that did this work, I showed you on the phone. She always.
Can you see me?
No, let me expand it now. I'm going to expand it. Wow, see my beautiful Nikemi, oh my God, you've gone far. Oh, this girl don't be professional. Oh, wow. Can everybody see it? Look at it now.
This is what I've done so far.
You have tried so far. You see, even the root of your hair is secured. Yeah. By the time you know
it. Like you used to say, you said we should first of all make the lining and cut it, you understand, to section it. So that's what I tried to do. And
can everybody see it now? That is great. See, they're even giving you accolades. That is really great because you've done so well.
Thank you.
If you can do something like this on the mannequin, when you do it on the hair, you are going to come more perfect than this, because mannequin are slippery, and at the end of the day, you can be able to hold this hair like this point.
Somehow hard.
Yes. When you're putting it on a natural hair, it's going to be more easier for you, because the natural hair tends to be more matte than the mannequin. Mannequin is slippery. So well done, you've done so well. Even your cornrows self, they are going well. In fact, this one, she's a professional. Now, what are you waiting for? Hey, my God, they are really learning. I'm so happy. You see, what you have done now will encourage other people now. When they see this work, and they think, okay, yes, I can still learn online. Get your mannequin. If you get your training head, it's easier for you to learn. The more you see it, if you don't practice, because we do hair with our hands, if you don't practice, you won't be able to see it. Let me bring this camera out. I'm going to show other platform. Leave it like that, because now it's as if they are hearing my voice. They are not seeing it. Look at what a student have done so far while we are doing it on the class. I'm showing it to the YouTube phone. This is on Facebook. Look at it. She's doing it online, as we are doing. So if you have not bought your mannequin and you think you cannot learn online, go ahead and get one. It's going to help you. Are you seeing it? So now let's go ahead. Thank you so much, Nikemi, for showing. Yes, I think it's now 500. Okay, they say I think it's now 500 to come offline. Oh, they've done well. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you so much. And TikTok, they are making things easier for us. So 500 now, you can now show your camera. Absolutely okay. We're happy for that.
For me, I thought it was 1,000.
That is what I thought too. I don't even know that they've reduced it to 500. Thank you so much, TikTok. Awesome. It's easier now. So just work very hard. If you have 500 now, you can be able to show your work online. We are really happy about it. Nikemi, you've done well though. You have daughters. Start practicing this hair on your daughters, or you start doing it on your hair now. Because the level you've gone, so I want to see you do it. Even with this one now, you can use your crochet and do crochet hair. When you roll the hair back, you take your crochet, look for extension.
Yes, I try to do also with the crochet because I have that crochet as well. So I'm trying to follow every instruction you are giving us.
Thank you so much, and God bless you for showing your work. You see, but very soon now you start taking clients as well. Just do your thing. You've done really well. Everybody have seen it. Let's give her a clap again. Cheers and clap. Thank you so much for showing your work. Now I'll be shrinking this now, and then we'll talk to just me. Thank you so much, Nikemi. Now let's go ahead, and you can put your camera off now. Let's go ahead and talk to just BV lady.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, ma. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm doing great here. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
We thank God. God bless you too. I've been watching you since long, but it's like at times I don't have the time. But today I came in late as you were doing the last part one. But I just want to thank you. Now I followed you. I'll tighten my belts. Even though I can braid my hair, but I can be learning some more tips from you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just want to thank you. You are doing a very great job. God bless you.
Thank you so much, ma. Thank you, and God bless you too. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you so much for the gifts, and God bless you all for joining the class. If you know you have any contribution, send a request. We just have time to discuss. But if you know you have not followed the account and you need to follow the account, go ahead and follow the account. When I come on live, it's going to give you notification that I'm here, so that you won't be saying, oh, I'm just late, or you just pop up all the time and be seeing me. You will always come. If you don't have time in the evenings, I come in 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time, then 5 p.m. UK time to 7 p.m. UK time. So when you follow the account, immediately I come up live, it's going to give you that notification that I'm live. Then we'll now start practicing. The more you practice, the better you become. You see, at this point, you'll be able to braid this hair. So when you start with your mannequin, it's going to help you to be practicing. When you do the next one, you practice before you fully braid this mannequin. You're going to be able to move that skill into the normal natural hair and start doing your hair braids. So, but then if you want to follow the classes, I have classes running, and you want to learn more apart from the braid, send me a message on my notification box. I will try my best to be active. Try your best to be active. It will help you. Really, really, it's going to help. So now, thank you so much, everyone, for joining the class. And thank you. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good day for some people. It's going to be good afternoon for some people. It's going to be au revoir. Which other greetings? Let it just be. Thank you so much for joining my life. You're welcome. My name remains Grace Lawendhair from GraceLawendhair. If you have not followed me on all my social media platforms, go ahead and follow me. The same name, GraceLawendhair tutorial. On Facebook is GraceLawendhair tutorial and lifestyle, and on YouTube is GraceLawendhair. So when you type that name, go ahead and watch. If you want to watch all the full videos, go ahead and follow me on my YouTube. Go ahead and follow me on my Facebook. It's going to get all the videos to watch. But on my TikTok, I bring out the clips for you to remember what you have learned so far. Thank you so much, everyone, and God bless you. And I'll see you on my next video. Nikemi, wait, I'm going to drop you because you have some coins. Because if you close up, you're going to lose your coins. I don't want you to lose your coins. So I'm going to drop you when I just close up the account. So if you have not followed the account, go ahead and do so. Thank you so much for supporting this live. And I'm not taking this for granted. I'm really grateful for everyone tapping for me, because that tapping of a team, it takes sacrifice. When I go on people's life, I do tap and I share, because it's the most important thing to help you on your life and support them. Go on their gallery, see what they think need to be supported. You do that. And thank you everyone for doing that for me tonight. And God bless you all. And I'll see you on my next class. Say you get the notification when I just come in. Thank you and God bless you. Have a wonderful night, and may God protect us until we see again. Bye everyone and good night. So let me bring Nikemi down and disconnect. Now I'm going to disconnect all of us, then I'll now put it off. And thank you. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, YouTube. Everyone, good night and God bless you. I'll see you on my next class. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed. Watch the videos, share the videos, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye. And keep practicing. The more you practice, the better you become on the braids. See you. Bye. Thank you, Facebook.